This is Sonja Jones of GFP Financials, your Mr. Miyagi of Money, and welcome to the From Chaos to Clarity Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. We are here today, dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to talk about systems and how systems, if implemented properly, will save your business. Somebody say systems save businesses. Let me say it. Say systems save businesses. Turn to your neighbor and say systems save businesses. We talk about it all day. I assure you, the most consistent businesses that you see on the planet have Trump type systems, right? Not talking about President Trump, but just talking about that's just the phrase, right? You can call it airtight systems, whatever you want to call it, but they are solid systems, right? From the McDonald's of the world, most of your franchises can't even be sold as franchises without proof of having solid systems, right? So we're going to talk about having good financial systems in your business, right? Because we are GFP Financials, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to introduce you guys to the 5 concepts that I talk about in my course, the Business Finance Blueprint. It's still being developed as an online course, but we do have it as an ebook. And so, with that being said, I wanted to just kind of highlight what I feel those 5 financial systems are. They're going to help your business go to the next level, right? And will help you grow your profits, help you maintain um, cost effectiveness, as well as hopefully as you continue to grow and scale your business, getting the funding that you need to do what you need to do for your business. So first things first, you need to know your business entity. A lot of people, will get on these, good old social media streets, start listening to folks, on these social media outlets and say you need to have this entity, you need an LLC, you need 5 LLCs, you need an S corp, you need this, that, and the third. And what you really need to do is just start small, right? Um, if you feel like you need to be a sole proprietor, you can, but just know that if you are a sole proprietor, you do leave yourself open um, to having your personal assets uh, compromised if, God forbid, there is a legal issue that comes with your business. Um, if you are able to afford to get and register your business as an LLC, that will probably be the best bet. Because there might be, it really also depends on your industry. I'm a bookkeeper. It makes absolutely no sense, in my personal opinion, to be a sole proprietor when you're dealing with other folks' numbers. I need that protection. And then also, let me just say this as well, because I do have a husband, right, that trusts me to be a full-time entrepreneur. I don't want to, right, lose his trust by not preparing appropriately in the event, God forbid, if I get sued um, for maybe having an error that cost, one of my clients penalties and fees, right? I don't want them coming for me and then they end up, taking our house or taking our assets that we've worked hard and saved our money for, right? When I could have easily protected myself by one, having an entity and also having the proper insurance policies in place to make sure that I'm able to not only protect GIP, but also um, be able to do what I need to do to take care of our clients, as well as protect my personal assets as well, right? So you need to know your business entity. If you don't know, check out and Google some of, the businesses um, that are similar to yours in your industry, and just kind of see what type of entities they are, right? LLCs are by far probably be the best way to at least get started. But then as you grow and you start generating profit, particularly I'll say between $40,000 to $60,000 in net profit after your expenses are taken care of and accounted for, then you can, take the S corp election. Right. And that's another thing that I see a lot is a lot of people just assume that they can just start S corps and they don't really understand the requirements from the IRS in order to be considered for corporation taxation, stuff like that. It really depends on how much net profit that your business is making. It makes absolutely no sense, y'all, for a startup to start off as an S corp. Please just either be a sole proprietor or LLC, right? So, but again, I would definitely seek the advice of a financial expert when you're starting off getting your business set up, because that entity thing is no joke. Because what you don't want to have happen when you start operating your business and then tax time comes, and then you realize because you set your business entity up a certain way, um, then it might put you in a position where you may end up paying more taxes than you probably should have. And then also, let us not forget talking about your state tax implications, right? Depending on the type of entity that you are. Um, I know in the state of Tennessee, right, if you make under $3,000 in gross revenue, it's pretty much still in hobby status, so you don't have to report that income to the state or anything like that. However, if you make $3,001 up to $100,000 in gross revenue a year, then you will need to apply for a business license to acknowledge that you are able to do business in the state of Tennessee. You do that with your local county clerk. And also, if you decide, if your business grows to over 100K, there's a different type of license that you have to apply for. But you do have to pay business taxes on your business revenue. In the state of Tennessee, no, we do not have income tax, but we do have business income tax, right? And then if you're an LLC, not only do you have to pay the business tax to ensure that your business license is renewed every year, but you also have to pay another tax called the franchise and excise tax, right? So you have to get in contact with your state's Department of Revenue and say, hey, I'm thinking about starting a business. What do I need to be aware of? Do you have an online guide? Do you have some on your website that kind of help me get started? Those types of things. So you got to know your business entity. Second thing, how will cash come into your business? So you got to think about from the time that a prospect calls or emails you or completes a form on your website or schedules an appointment with you. How do you bring the client in from the intake up until they pay their first fee, invoice, or whatever? You got to think about that entire system. And then after they engage, how do you continue to follow up? How do you ensure that the deliverables are given to said client? How the deliverables will be given to the client, right? To ensure that they will be a repeat customer going forward, right? So how will the cash come in? Also, how will the cash go out um, when you're looking for vendors to provide a service for your business? Um, how are you doing that? Especially for those individuals that are providing services for you and you end up paying them over $600 in a calendar year. You, as the customer, need to ensure that you have a W-9 from that particular business. So when it's time for you to file your taxes, that you're able to take the W-9 and send that particular business owner a 1099, because any business that is operating as a business.
Hey, if you're an entrepreneur who's currently working a 9 to 5, I know you've been thinking, how much is it going to cost me to quit this job and become a full-time entrepreneur? I like to call this phase of your journey fight to flight. So when I was working full-time for charter school and I was in fight to flight mode, here's some of the things that I experienced. You let me know if you can relate to some of these. One, I was constantly listening to podcasts, YouTube videos, audiobooks, and even attending workshops, experiencing people who have actually made the transition. But deep down in my heart, I didn't know if I actually had the chops or even the courage to make the move. Second thing, when I was at work and having a bad day, I was always thinking like, God, give me the strength. What's the plan for me to leave my job? And then another thing that I did was I always thought, like, the amount of time that I'm putting into my job, if I took that time and put it from my job into my business, I wonder how much extra money would I make, right? You understand what I'm talking about? So the reason why you're probably stuck now in fight to flight is because you're probably experiencing some of these other things. Check this out. One, ask yourself, have you officially made your business a formal business? Do you have an EIN? Have you applied for a business license? And most importantly, have you set up a business checking account for your business? Two, are you currently commingling, meaning that all the money that you're getting for your business is not going into that business checking account. It's going into your personal checking account. And if it is, then the third thing, you don't have any real concrete information about how much revenue your business is bringing in and the expenses that you're paying towards your business, meaning you don't have any real definite data about your profit. And then most importantly, if you're really trying to think about leaving your job full-time entrepreneurship, you don't have a personal budget in place, which in a nutshell, if you don't have those things in place, there's no way that you're going to be able to get the what I call the magic profit number to know how much money that you need to save or how much money that you need to bring into your business to be able to pay yourself so you can still maintain your lifestyle. So if you are in fight to flight mode, I have a free ebook on the free financial freedom roadmap, and to help you get to that place where you can create your exit plan and go ahead and start thinking about putting yourself as a full-time entrepreneur for real, for real. So if you're interested in that, click the link below and download that free financial roadmap. I look forward to partnering with you. All right, you ready to go back to the episode? Okay, let's get it.
And they're seeking services or rendering services rather to other businesses, or what we call B2B, like GIP Financials. All of our clients are other businesses. So when those clients pay us over $600 a year, right, we are expected to receive a 1099 from our clients so we can file and report that income that they paid to us, right? So you have to be aware of that and also know how to create a system that's going to ensure that you have all the necessary documentation to file paperwork for them as well as filing taxes for your company, right? So how will cash go out? Next, how will you track your money? Are you going to use accounting software? Are you going to use a spreadsheet? We at GIP Financials, we partner with Legacy Pro Accounting that also does not only bookkeeping, but tax prep and tax filing. And the owner of Legacy Pro Accounting, Latasha Phillips, has created an amazing formula based spreadsheet called the DIY Tracker. So not only does it allow you to input your business income and expenses, but as you're putting in that information, it automatically calculates, your profit and loss data. It also provides an opportunity for you um, to record your balance sheet information. And it also gives you some very basic cash flow data so you're able to plan for your business. So you have to have some type of recording system to track your financials, right? There's no way around it. And then last but certainly not least, so once you find a system to track your business expenses and income, what you gonna do with that data, sir, ma'am? What you gonna do with that data? What financial data will you need to plan for your business going forward? So if you're using a DIY tracker and you have your profit and loss, right? It's tallying up all your income for the month, all your expenses for the month. So at the bottom of that P&L, it's either going to show you if your business made a profit for that month or a loss for that month. If you have a profit, that means you brought in more money than you spent. If you have a loss, that means you spent more money than you made. So with that data, you need to figure out how you're going to plan for your business going forward. If you made a profit, how you going to keep, apparently that was a good month, how you going to continue to run that play. Maybe it was a marketing strategy that you used to where you got more income, or you offered a new product, right? um or if you spent more money than you made in your business and you ended up with a loss, right? How can you bring more cash? How can you bring in more revenue in your business? Maybe you need to change up your social media strategy, right? Maybe you need to adjust your marketing. Maybe you might have overpaid for a subscription. You might be paying for two email platforms and don't even know it. Maybe you signed up for a trial. Hello, come on, trials. And you forgot you didn't put it on your calendar. Guess what? They charged you. Yo, they got you. Right. Well, technically, they didn't get you. You gave your information, but I'm just saying, they still got you. So you have to make sure that you use that data in a way to help you plan, right? And it's easy to take that data and say, "Oh, you know what? I forgot about that trial. I need to go ahead and get back on that platform and disconnect and cancel that subscription," right? And that will in turn increase your cash flow. So you have to be able to take that financial data and use it to your advantage, right? So I hope this information helped. So let me recap about, those systems. So first, you got to know your business entity and what your requirements are from a state level as well as a federal level. And also every business needs to have some type of insurance, general liability insurance at least, right? So make sure that you do that for yourself, right? Because you want to protect yourself at all costs. Number two, how will the cash come into your business? Number three, how will the cash come out of your business? Number four, how will you track your business income and expenses? And then number five, what financial data will you need to plan for your business? Okay. And if you want more information about the business finance blueprint, there will be a link for it in the description. So make sure if you want to invest in that, make sure you invest in that. It's reasonably priced. And once we get the online course situated, there will definitely be um, releasing that information as well. We also, keep your fingers crossed, we're still planning for our online community, GIP Academy, right? And so a lot of the information from the Business Finance Blueprint will be in the online community as well. So if you feel like you need some live expert level support, me as well as my team, we will be in the community offering live teaching and coaching at least once a month with live Q&A. We're also going to bring some of what I call my money friends into the community, lenders, those who do taxes, tax planning, credit repair, all those things. Everything that we feel will be um, essential to your business finance journey, even bring in some CPAs for some more like high level type of discussions and stuff like that. That's what the GIP Academy will provide for you. And it's also reasonably priced as well. So for the fraction of the cost of having a CPA, you will not only get um, community and connect with other like-minded entrepreneurs that are going through the same thing you're going through, and will be asking the exact same questions that you will be asking. Um, you will also um, get live expert level support. Hear me clearly, we are not doing your bookkeeping for you in GIP Academy. We're not doing it. But we will provide a safe space for you to talk about your numbers and also provide some coaching for you as well. All right. So that's how GIP is here to empower entrepreneurs to prioritize their numbers and position their businesses for profit. So, again, thank you for joining the From Chaos to Clarity Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. I'm your host, Sonja Jones of GIP Financials, your Mr. Miyagi of Money. And I will catch you on the next episode.
Thank y'all so much for listening to the From Chaos to Clarity Unleash Your Business Potential podcast. Again, I'm Sonja Jones of GIP Financials. You're Mr. Miyagi of Money, but I got a couple of homework assignments for you before you leave this episode. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also leave a comment and let us know what your biggest takeaways were from this episode. And if you are looking for bookkeeping assistance or you need a money thought buddy, make sure that you go to our website, www.gipfinancials.com, and click on the schedule a consultation button at the top of our website, little green box. And you can schedule a discovery call and talk to one of our teammates to see if we're a good fit. All right. See you guys on the next episode. Take care.